Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
The game. It won the best game of the year, the game. This is a fun little counting game. My wife likes these games more than I do, where you're going to be laying out numbers, Lost City style, but collectively, cooperatively, and try to get them in order. So you're going to be going like higher or lower, depending on the set that you're working on. And then there's a little variant that kind of makes the game that if you place a 21 and trying to go higher, so 22, 23, 24, you can place an 11, 10 below it to kind of go back. Because you're going to get stuck with these cards. Oh my gosh, I got to play something. The first couple times I played, I didn't catch on that you could play as many cards from your hand as you wanted to. And once we did that, we thought it was just like 2 cards or 1 or for some reason, whatever. The game went a little bit better and our scores improved. But for the most part, it's a simple just laying number. The theme, I don't even know there is a theme. These dark colors and symbols on they're meaningless. All you worry about is numbers and whether the numbers are going up and down. It feels like Spider Solitaire to me in the fact that with a little luck and planning and paying attention, I can usually win. I suspect that there are maybe some positions or some combination of cards where you just nothing you can do. I would think that would be rare, but perhaps I'm wrong. So I feel like even though there are decisions to be made, but I don't know if everybody's going to get into this game. You can totally play it solo, just play multiple hands or just less cards. You can play with friends cooperatively, but it's an exercise in mathematics, I think. It's an exercise of saying, okay, what's the probability of this coming up, perhaps? Or you can just throw cards down. It's a game you could take more seriously, but there's no theme to kind of draw you in. You're placing numbers. I understand that Lost Cities is like that, and I never get a feeling that I'm actually exploring Lost Cities. Don't get me wrong. This has even less theme than that. This is just placing numbers, which is okay. And I'm not a big abstract fan, so if you've seen any of the reviews, you know I'm not big on abstracts. But this game works. My wife likes it. It's been a pleasant experience. It plays rather quickly. It will draw out if you think about it too much and start counting the numbers. My wife likes to do that. It makes the game a little bit longer than it has to be. I think that it says up to 20 minutes, approximately 20 minutes for a game. I think that's fair. 10 to 25, depending on how much you want to think about every move. But trying to beat your score is really nice. It reminds me of Hanabi in that way. Hanabi's the one where everybody else can see your cards, but you can't see. It just reminds me of how you're just trying to lay the cards down. This time you know what cards and you can talk about it, etc. So there are twists on each other, but same kind of concept. You're trying to lay the cards down in numerical order. Now you don't have to put 2, 3, 4, 5. You do 2, 10, 25, 30. But when you get those cards, you're gonna have a gap. It's an interesting game. Is it game of the year? No, but I mean, what do they know? It's what they chose. It's a neat game. It's okay. I always wonder how a game like this makes game of the year. And there's such amazing games that are out there. It's fine. It's going to sell a lot of copies because I'm sure this deck of cards is fairly cheap. I can't remember what I paid for it. And it's a pleasant experience. You have fun with it. It's like Spider Solitaire. Like, you could play this all the time. It's just kind of like a mindless thing that you'll go through. But you're having fun because you are making decisions, and some of them are difficult decisions. But there's a little luck to when things come up, sure. But the game, I'll say this is a keeper for me. My wife likes it. We'll play it together. So the game will be a keeper for me, definitely. Here's the components for the game. I thought it was important to show you how portable it is with my hand. It's a great travel game. If you like playing solitaire games, you get a rulebook and you're going to get a number of cards. The cards are going to be bland. These are going to be kind of the, you don't really play the game with these. These are going to be set up just if you're going up or down. 100 to 1 or 1 to 100. These would be the games. They all have the same back. They're black, so they'll get nicked. But they're rounded, which is nice. And they have this creepy face on it and a number. That's it. So I believe there's one for each number. So, and you have those 4 cards. That's the deck. And they're okay. They're kind of like Hanabi style. Not paper thin. Maybe like a deck of cards type. They shuffle pretty well. I don't know how durable they're going to be, and they're going to get nicked on the back. The artwork is pretty much non-existent. I don't even know what the theme is or what they're going here. Just creepy face. That's it. Those are the components. The rules for the game are just on this little paper that folds up. It's nice paper. Has some pictures on it. The game is really, really simple. Like I said in the conclusion, I did miss a rule when I was playing. That's probably more of my fault. There is the communication. You can't tell people exactly what number you have. Sometimes we play with that, sometimes we don't. And the game is flexible enough. If you want to make it easier, you can communicate more. It's a fun game. I did enjoy it. I do like this game. The rules never really got in the way. The rule book is fine. The rules are very simple. You're placing numbers in numerical order the best as you can. It's not you're going up or down, so ascending or descending. So it's not difficult at all. The rule book is good. Okay, I'm going to show you how to play just a one-player game. This can play, I believe, 1, 2, 5, I think. You're going to have these here, which are going to represent starting out with 100, starting out with 1. The arrow is pointing up, so you'll be going 1 to 100. 100, you're going to be going down to 2, and the highest number will be 99 in the deck, and the lowest number is 2. You shuffle the entire deck of cards, and a one-player game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And different numbers, you're going to get a different number of cards. So this is my cards. These are not shuffled well, but you'll get the point of the game. So obviously 98, I would want to put here. I could have put it here, here. I could put anything, but obviously I'm counting down. Oh, wait. Yeah. There. Because I'm counting down. So 100. Well, the only card that could have been placed there was 99. And then I can play as many cards as I want. There may be some kind of one-player rule, but for the most part, you play as many cards as you want on your turn. And then you can draw back up your hand size. So, draw back up, get a 38. So the highest card I got is 88. So I can place this here, or I could place it anywhere I wanted to. So I'll place it there. Draw a card. And I can place an 84 there. Draw a card. 81. Draw a card. Now, in a multiplayer, you'd be playing as many cards as you could. I just basically want to show you how this works. And I'm not being very strategic here. I just want to show you how it works. So, and you just continue to do this. Now, well, I think I have a 7 here somewhere. So 7, I could place it here. And you can see how your options will be lower and lower. Now, if at any point I can add 10 to that 67, let's say I got the 77 card. I could play the 77 card down. So if I had this card in my hand, I could play this here because it's 67 plus 10. And that means I've increased the number. So from being 67 down to 2, and I got 77 down to 2. And that same thing would work here. So if I get up to, let's say, 21 right there, I could play the 11 card and kind of shrink the number back down. And you'll be cooperatively doing this. And then when you get done, you know, you're trying to get through the whole deck. There's going to be a little bit of a scoring system here in the rules that will tell you how good you did. So less than 10 cards is excellent. If 98 cards were played, you beat the game. So you're trying to play all of the cards from this deck in this kind of order, and you're trying to do it collectively together, and it can get pretty difficult. But the game is really easy. You pick up a card and you play it, and you're gonna have a hand of cards that you're playing from. And that's really all there is to it. But it really packs the punch. And it's kind of a fun game in the way Solitaire is a fun game, because it's a puzzle you're trying to put together. Now, what if there's 43? Well, I guess I would have a handful of cards. You're just kind of like, what would I do here? What would I do? And I might have to drop this at 10, even though I know the only number between 2 and 10 was played was the 7. I know they're out there, so there's some hard decisions that come into it, and that's pretty much the game. I mean, that's all there is to it. Is you're going to be playing these cards. The more people you get, kind of the better the game is, I think, because you have more people working on it. But a very simple game, but a fun game, and this one, Game of the Year. That's the game. Who should buy this game? Solo players are going to like this. If you're the type that likes Spider Solitaire, you like, I think it's called Minesweep. If you like things like that, you play on the computer, you'll like this sort of thing. If you like Friday from Freedom and Freeze, if you like solo games, this is a definite solo game. Cooperative players that are looking for something that's a little bit easier to dig into. You want to start with a cooperative game, maybe show people what cooperative games are. Although I think Pandemic fills that fine in board game format, this could be a card format. If you want to play a game at Thanksgiving with your family and they're not gamers, or Christmas, or some other holiday that you celebrate, this could be a good experience. This is a good 2-player game to play with a spouse. This is a game that will easily fit into your collection. It's a very small box, very travel friendly. You can take it on a cruise, on a plane, in an airport. It'll pack well and still gives you a punch, which is rare in games. So this one I will definitely say is going to be a keeper for us, and I'd probably recommend this for you. If it just sounds terrible, something you would never play, then you know you're not the market for this. But for the rest of us, this is a pretty solid game just to have in your back pocket in your collection. It plays really quick too, which means it'll fit a lot of, not only a variety of people, but a variety of situations. And that's the game.